So this is the first time I've ever tried this. I'm just basically gonna give it a shot. I'm just gonna fire up any four and basically go through the draft, and hopefully people can critique and help me out with the way I draft. Just kind of talk through my picks as I see them, and if anyone has any input, that'd be greatly appreciated. Alright, so the draft's about to start. Here we go, first pack. Alright. So cards we're interested in, not many. Horsepower's okay. Manor Gargoyle is probably the best card in the pack by far, and it's colorless, which is nice, because the rest of this pack's kind of weak. Tribute Hunger's not bad, it's definitely not a first pick. Orchard Spirit's okay, also not a first pick. Forcer's Crab, I'd start him in most of the blue decks I play, but continuing the theme, not a first pick. So yeah, we're basically just going to go with Manor Gargoyle and be happy about it. Stay kind of open, ship this crappy pack, and hope to see something better. Alright. This one is definitely more interesting. The rare's gone out of it, but we did get a flip rare. I haven't played with Crew and Outlaw, like, at all. I've had it played against me and sealed a couple times, and it's typically a beating. But from what I understand, it's not the most powerful thing in the world. This double strike on the other side, and then each row of, so other cards in the pack though, definitely Bonds of Faith is pretty much awesome. It's in white, which is great. We're getting past it, although it's second pick and there's a rare gone, so it doesn't mean too much at this point. Armored Scab's a card, but you know, we're not like in mill yet, so I mean, to pick this card now, it's kind of silly. Unless we're just gonna balls deep into it. So I'm pretty much, I think we go Bonds of Faith. You can make a case for the Korean Outlaw, but red sucks. So I mean, Bonds of Faith. Alright, this is another kind of just crappy pack. There's an Elder Cathar in white. He's an okay dude. A dual land. I mean, we don't even know if we're gonna be playing white, red white's probably the worst color combination in Innistrad from my experience. Disagree if you want, but I don't know, it's pretty terrible. So I think Galvanic Juggernaut's probably just gonna be our pick. It's not like colors card. The card's pretty awesome most of the time. There's like the chance that we end up in like black-white, you know, morbid, and kill a lot of dudes, flip this guy up 100 times. He's basically just a beating, especially when you know you have him early, and you can kind of work with that. The second pick would probably be Elder Cathar, and I mean, after that, not much else. Lost and Miss is okay, Blow Crazy innate. So you're gonna get Juggernaut here and wheel nothing from this pack even. It's basically been the theme of the first 3 packs is pick a card and probably wheel absolutely nothing. Okay, so this is just pretty strange. These packs have been weak. So I think we're going to take a white card from here. I'm not interested in Delaware Secrets, Fortress Crab, or Swords of Plowshares. Wait, yeah. By the way, I refuse to call this card Swords of Plowshares anymore. It's just stupid. Wow, Scallow's Warden or Village Bell Ringers, and like I guess this is real life right now that I'm making this decision. 4th pick. I think I'm gonna take the Gallows Warden because we can end up like blue-white flyers or something, and he's okay. I mean, it's actually just pretty terrible. I'm just gonna pick it. I like him better than Bellringer most of the time. Okay, so this pack gets a little more interesting. It's a late Moon Heron. Maybe not late, but like, you know, it's probably right where I want Moon Heron. I like that card a lot. 3/2 flyer for 4 mana is not bad. Like I just said, we can end up in the blue-white flyers plan, which is a plan I typically actually like being in, because you're blue and you're white and flyers, and blue and white are probably just two of the better colors in Innistrad. Other cards are Cloistered Youth. If I was a little more aggressive, I'd probably maybe look at this card, but if you're not aggressive, the drawback on the other side is actually pretty significant. Other cards, Markov Patrician. We haven't seen much black though, and we're gonna go with Moon Heron because blue is just a better color. And I think I like the blue-white pairing more than I like the black-white. So this pack's kind of silly compared to what we've been seeing. Moni and Hallowed, like, I first picked this card a lot. I think it's really great. It's a lot of value. It's 4 power for 4 mana, but you separate it into 2 bodies, makes it a little bit better. And then you even get to flash it back. So it's a lot of value in that one card. I think Stitch Drake's probably gonna be our pick because this card's like awesome. I think we're gonna try and set ourselves into blue-white flyers pretty much. Like blue-white as an archetype in general is pretty strong. We're gonna ship Moan, which is something I don't like to do, but you know, hopefully it'll help hook us up. Come the next pack. Wow. So we're back to real life, I guess, where the packs suck. Excuse me. Sensory Deprivation is probably the pick here, just because it's actually not bad in blue-white. Kind of gets the blockers out of the way. They're playing flyers too, and it helps slow things down because you know you're playing flyers. They're typically not good on the curve in terms of their toughness and blocking, so you want to try and avoid blocking as much as possible. And Sensory Deprivation helps you do that in the early game, so we're gonna go with that. So here we're looking at Mask of Evanston or Lost in the Mist. That's what I wanted. When you're in blue-white, I mean, you like this card. It's pretty good. Mask of Evanston isn't that exciting. I usually like to pick this card if I have like a big bomb that I want to protect, and I clearly don't right now. That's not what you want to be doing on turn 2. So I'm gonna go with Lost in the Mist. And it could have been Mask, but I'm gonna go with Lost. This is a pack we opened. Yeah, this pack was terrible. And there's nothing in our color, which is non-surprising because I want to say there wasn't anything in the color. Our colors begin within this pack, so we're looking at Scrubbing Corpse Lunge or basic Corpse Lunge. Or yeah, we're just gonna hate that. Whatever. I don't know. That's probably not right. I'm gonna grab this Late Curse. I like taking these cards if I see them late, because the mill plan could always come together, and it's actually a pretty good deck. I haven't seen any Dream Twists yet, so I mean that's not necessarily the cards you want to play in that deck anyway. A lot of people like to play it, but I don't think it's necessary. So we're just gonna grab the Curse and be happy. Oh, this card's actually really awesome. I've been converted recently onto this card. I used to think it sucked, so I can't even pretend like that's my idea. Like, this card is pretty good. I'll probably just take Frightful Delusions. Maybe we'll play it. Probably not. I could never feel bad or good playing that card. Although if you're going to play it, you play it like in one game, and if you cast it, you side it out, because your opponent's just gonna kind of play around it, and it'll sit in your hand and suck for a while. I'll take Fortress Crap here. You kind of want dudes to hold down the ground. In that situation, just Night Terrors, whatever. I hate this card. It's actually the best card in the format, so I should probably take that as a signal to be in black. Yeah, so we're gonna started out okay. Wow. It's like I was being sarcastic. um, that's kind of funny. We're probably gonna take this because this is just. I mean, this is the best removal spell in the entire format. It's like 2-for-1, non-conditional removal. I mean, it's pretty great. The cards in this deck or this pack that would be interesting if this wasn't here. Blazing Torch isn't bad. Armored Scab, we're really not on the Scab plan, although we probably will inevitably need something to enable Stitch Drake and things like that. So that'd be a valuable pick at this point. Other than that, we're not that excited about anything else. Doom Traveler is okay. I hate this card. Typically it's pretty bad. There's just better removal in the set, but you know, you will play it if you have to. Just sits so many times in your hand blank, and I don't know. I don't like it very much, but I could be probably wrong. Yeah, so Sever's the pick here, and nothing else too exciting. You can maybe wheel a Delver out of this, but I doubt it. Okay, so this is a pretty good one. Let's see, we're at 6 creatures about. Usually, I said this arbitrary goal of 15 creatures, 16 creatures every deck I draft. Because I have to like put myself on that plan because I can get away from that really easily. Found that I make a lot of mistakes and draft like exciting spells a lot, you know, and then I realize when I'm making my deck that I have 8 creatures and I have to start stuff like I don't know, weird things. I have to do weird things. So actually this is a tough pick between we're hiding that. Between Claustrophobia and Stitch Drake. Claustrophobia is a pretty good removal spell. It works well in this deck. We don't like shipping a Stitch Drake, but Claustrophobia is tough to pass up, and we're just basically gonna slam it. And we get rewarded with the Stitch Drake here. In terms of what else is coming, because like white seems to be non-existent. Just commons taken from this pack. Black seems, I mean, like, this isn't much of a signal right now, so I can't even say that. That's a lie. I can't even tell you that's open. But yeah, blue just continues to flow. So we'll at least stay on the blue plan, and we'll be open to change. Because we always can just splash for bonds, or even just splash for Sever. Although Sever is harder to splash for, because you want to be able to flash it back. Probably won't wheel anything from this pack for us, because the next best blue cards, I mean, there's only one of the blue cards for Van Alchemy, because this isn't real. And we probably won't get that back. Some other blue guy will draft that. Yeah, we won't get anything exciting back from this pack. I would actually even possibly take a Flail. This deck can play Flail. And make it really good. Okay, so we've run out of blue cards that I want to pick right now. This seems fairly weak still. Red's been, I don't want to say open, because we haven't seen any exciting red cards, because there's basically no exciting red cards in this set. Yeah, this is a kind of boring pack. So basically the pick, it's going to come down between Smite and Walking Corpse. We're weak on the 2-drop spot, and we could start moving it on black, because it's seen to kind of open, and I mean, we're definitely going to get it from the, coming back from the left, because we saw like the late moan, and I mean, any black drafter is going to pick that. We might be getting it cut from this direction because we shipped the moan, so I'm going to take the Walking Corpse, because I don't like this card, and maybe try and move it on black, and think about splashing bonds, and maybe even the Gallows Warden, but probably not. So this is not exciting. Red continues to be somewhat open. It's too late to move it on now, and I think moving it on it for just a Rage Thrower is like not exciting. Because we don't even have any. We haven't seen any like the exciting red cards that you want to play, that make you want to play red, like Brimstone Volley or anything of that nature. Like even Geist Flames, actually. We haven't seen any of those. So I want to say that like It's just a product of not much red being open and red being kind of bad. So we're probably going to take the Occultist here. I don't think we have many spells. Yeah, blue-white doesn't end up with many spells. Well, because a lot of your removal is like enchantment based. So we like the Occultist. He's pretty good. So I think it was a good choice to start moving on a black because it seems kind of open. Like these cards are all pretty reasonable. Just comes a question of what do we pick. So I still do like the ranged assistant because we haven't gotten anything to enable our stitch strikes yet. So we might actually just stay with the ranged assistant, which kind of sucks because I kind of want to like grab one of these black cards. But yeah, we're gonna take the ranged assistant. But for the record, this card's better than Diagraph Goal because you'd rather have your 2/2 come down and be able to block late in the game. Like the value you get from being able to play him on turn 1 is like actually superseded by the fact he comes into play tapped, and you end up being bad, like really bad, late in the game. And this is just crazy. But we haven't seen any reason to believe that we should be in green-white. Like I don't think Orchard Spirits, like because we've seen like a pile of them, are a reason to be in green-white. Like that's not why I want to play that deck. Like I said, red continues to be kind of open. Blue-red is actually a pretty strong archetype. You don't mind drafting it, but we're going to take Dream Twist. I know I said before that we don't typically like playing those cards in that archetype, but keep our options open. Okay, I mean, obviously, it's weird, really weird. Feeling of Dread's awesome. I guess it really depends on. I mean, we're really blue. And this card's amazing in the blue-white build. And I mean, we could still just splash for the Sever. Spectral Flight and Fortress Crab aren't bad. We don't want more than one Fortress Crab though, so it's between Spectral Flight and Feeling of Dread. And I like Feeling of Dread more than I like Spectral Flight. So, especially if we're gonna play blue-white, most of our creatures are gonna be hitting in the air. I might end up hiding that Walking Corpse pretty soon here. This card doesn't affect us that much. It's weird to see it this late. Yeah, there must be like no one drafting red, but then again, like there's probably I haven't seen any quality red cards like I've said. So we're just gonna take this Dissipate. We're pretty happy to play that card in blue-white because the goal is to kind of stick your flyers and work from there. This deck could have been real. Yeah, apparently the mulch deck's there. But that ship sailed. We're going to take a card from the mulch deck though here, so we're either hating mulch or Runic Repetition. We're going to hate Runic Repetition because that enables a lot of other decks that we don't like to see, even though we haven't seen like Burning Vengeance or anything like that. We might end up taking this Flail. Like I said, it's not terrible in this deck. Hysterical Blindness also isn't terrible. We're going to take the Flail. Because throwing it on a flyer is actually not horrible. And it can help you race like green-white, actually. Just in case someone wants to flip all their werewolves. This card's bad. Just in case someone drafts the Curse or is weird. Best card in the format. Alright, so things have been awkward. We haven't gotten much white or black. We probably should be in blue-red. Yeah, that's probably a mistake. I probably could be in blue-red right now and have a pretty reasonable deck. It's a pretty good pack. We'll probably end up taking another Bonds of Faith and then just living with the fact that we'll be like mainly blue splash white. We need to pick up a lot more creatures though, like 7 straight picks of creatures, which makes me also want to pick the Makeshift Mauler, but we already have 2 Stitch Drakes. And Makeshift Mauler is really good. Makes me want to target the Armored Scav too. We're gonna roll the dice. We're gonna take Bonds of Faith and, you know, be sad that we're passing 2 other reasonable blue creatures that we would very much love to have at this point. So there's not much else going on here. I don't think we're gonna see either of these creatures again, unless we're like super lucky. We'll probably see red cards back, which is, you know, testament to the fact that we probably could have moved in on red and been pretty good. Do we have any equipment? No. Probably taking the Chapel Geist here. We're shipping some good green cards. Which is absolutely bizarre because we shipped too late Absinthe Priest, but you know, like that happens. Or Absinthe Pilgrim. I guess the person, no one's the green-white deck right now. We could wheel this Feeling of Dread, because I think wheeling the first one was kind of insane, because that card's pretty sweet. But we're going to take the Chapel Geist, pass on the Invisible Stalker, because we don't have any good equipment right now, although we would like it. Chapel Geist just kind of works with what we're doing. Maybe we'll just take the Stalker. This is really hard, actually. See, Stalker can end up just being bad, and Chapel Geist isn't ever that bad. We're gonna roll the dice. We're gonna take Stalker here. Get a little crazy. I probably should have taken the Chapel Geist. I'm gonna regret that. It's okay. I'll live with it. The specs is blank to us. Like, I hate when this happens. This happens a lot in Innistrad. So we're looking at sideboard card and Urgent Exorcism, or we could still consider ourselves on the black plan, splash white, with a Vampire Interloper, and you know what? We might just do that. Yeah, we're gonna take this Vampire Interloper, because black was really open coming from our left before, and we might end up finding out that like black's just where it's at, although the green-white cards continue to just flow through. But I don't want to say that we should have been on that deck, because I don't think that's a fair assessment. And things continue to get weird. We might take Isolated Chapel here, actually. Rebuke is a choice. Rebuke, sorry. Demon Maw Hallwork's actually pretty awesome in this deck. We're low on creatures, though. We don't like being low on creatures, although there's probably not a creature we want to take in here besides Selfless Cathar, and like if I could show you my face right now about picking Selfless Cathar, it wouldn't be good. So choices are Isolated Chapel and Demon Maw Hallwork, I think, and kind of Rebuke. We did pick the Stalker, so I mean, that might have been a little loose. Dang. So this is part of the draft where we start to draft too many non-creature spells and things start to go badly for us, because we have 11 creatures right now, and that's not good. Scabula is not actually an option right now because we don't have any of the self-mill to enable, and we are running 2 Stick Strikes. So like, and this card's actually horrible if you get blown out by like the bounce spell. Grasp of Phantasms on this card is actually, I can't think of a worse thing that could happen to you. We might just pick Doom Traveler here over Dead White, like as silly as that is. Although we could just pick Dead White and like run a million creature kills. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yes, we will take Moaning the Unhallowed. I think we're rewarded. We're gonna show black here. Ugh, I hate doing this. Yeah, we're gonna take the Moaning the Unhallowed. And look to be just splashing white, which makes me want to like think I wish I would have picked that dual land. Yeah, we're gonna take Moan here. The Thurman Sentry is a consideration. Moan's just on a whole nother level, and it lets us play Sever a lot easier. Yeah, we're getting rewarded for that. I think it was the smart setup. Yeah. Moving in on black. Yeah, we're pretty happy. What'd I say? Stupid red cards were coming back from this pack? Yeah. we don't mind One-Eyed Scarecrow because it helps us win the air battle. Um, and Bump the Knight's not a real card. And we already have a Night Terror, so we're gonna take the Scarecrow. This card's not terrible, especially for low on creatures, which we're actually getting to the point where we're not anymore. I was actually really concerned about that. We'll probably still pick it because there's nothing else. Although Mire the Mire is a reasonable sideboard card. I'd probably actually start this if we were creature light. This card might be worth like a ticket. Because this card's... excuse me, not real. This card's just not real. This card might just be worth something. Maybe I'll build a Heartless Summoning deck and be super cool. Sadly, like, black-white's, or blue-white, oh, I'm sorry, we're in blue-white, sorry, I lied. We might take Origin Exorcism. It's a reasonable sideboard card just in case, because we will be playing some white. That's just life. Take this card, whatever. So, we're mainly blue. We made a good call. I think I made the right decision moving it on black. We ended up getting a couple interlopers, a dead weight. We get to like not worry about having to splash the Sever, like in hitting double black on the flashback. We didn't get a ton of powerful cards, but I mean, we opened straight trash in terms of our rares. Outside of Sever. Alright. Dead weights, walking corners. Playing these cards. Yeah. So, yeah, we're kind of just like a splash. And we're playing enough like black. Some trade edition is gonna get the Stalker. We're happy with these two picks. We're actually really happy with these two picks. Having cards like that help your set deck. This might not get the start as well as that, so we'll see. They're kind of like together. They're a team. Claustrophobia, Cultist, Deranged Assistant. This is a reasonable curve. A little 4 heavy. I like this. This is kind of where I want to be. This is good. And we're gonna play these Bonds of Faith. Definitely. There's no reason not to. That one just disappeared. That was weird. Seriously. Did I just delete that card? Ah, there it is. It scared me for a minute. Yeah, just the card just vanished. Man, this is gonna be a little weird. We might play Feeling of Dread, and we might play Gallows Warden. Yeah, we're a little creature light. We might stick this Gallows Warden in. Oh, and the Village Cannibals. This is definitely startable. This deck might want to run Lost in the Mist. We might cut the Hauberk. We might not. Kind of sucks because we don't have anything like good to abuse this with. Kind of makes it disappointing. Is there anything we want to cut? Alright, in the 1 drop, we're good with both these cards. 2 drop, we could cut Stalker, which would mean we cut Hauberk. 3 drop, we like our 3 drops. We love our 4 drops. Gallows Warden's worth looking at as a cut. We want to keep the Hawberk in. Usually this card's actually really good on Morbid triggers, so we might be taking this out. We might tread a little light at 14 creatures. See what they think. It's actually tough. It's between, really actually close between Dissipate and Feeling of Dread right now for me. Although White's just a splash, and I mean, this card's actually just really good too, though. Things look like if we do this, no, that doesn't work. Yeah, we're gonna play both those counterspells. We want more black. This is probably okay. Really disappointed we don't have anything to help this splash out, but whatever. Say la vie, that's life. That's probably good. Alright, we'll see how the games go. Probably won't talk during them.